Good morning and welcome to New Life Church. Well, we've stepped into a new month and into a new school year. Yes, summer is over. The children and young people are heading back to school, some for the first time in 5 months. So please keep them in your prayers this week as they do that. But guess what else is back? Yes, the Hawkins family. Yes, Anna, Matt and the kids are back to help us engage with God and to give us tools as parents to help spark conversations and encourage discussions. So do please enjoy this time together as a family. And then we will hand over to Dan and Essie, who will lead us through the rest of the service. Over to the Hawkins family.
Hello! Welcome to Family Together Time.
Guys, can you get your shoes on? We are right where you left us. Before the summer holidays, on the stairs in our house. We have been out a little bit. Can you brush your teeth, please? We have been out the summer holidays. Thank you so much to Sonia and the team for the amazing summer fun Sundays. Both of them on the right feet and your bag. We are so excited to be back with you.
I got my hand cleaner. And today we are thinking about going back to school.
We are thinking about going back to school. Some of you are already back, some of you will be going this week, or it might be nursery, the childminder, whatever. It's a big thing in our lives, even bigger this year, and we want to do it together, we want to do it with God with us. Now, a very important part of going back to school is eating breakfast, and sometimes you have to do it in a rush. So we got Andy and Iona over. We invited them over for church. We didn't tell them we were going to do this, and got them to do this week's family challenge. Let's see how they got on.
So your challenge is to eat your Weetabix as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe some Weetabix crumbs in the beard. Is that gonna slow them down or help if you hide some in there? Looking good. Time check, Matt. How long have they been going?
54 seconds.
54 seconds. I wonder if any of you kids think you can beat this. Not happening. Okay, I would say Iona's is winning at the moment. Pretty close. Oh, Andrew is chewing the last piece. Matt, are we ready on the time? We have to see an empty mouth. Come on, Iona, you can pull it back. Are you there? Ta-da! What's the time, Matt?
2:55.
2:55.
Just under 3 minutes.
We have a winner. Do a victory dance. Woohoo!
So throughout the service today, we're going to be thinking about discipleship, which is all about being with Jesus, being like him, and doing the things that he did. Now, there's a song that I thought would be really helpful for us to get to know, to help us think about this and about going back to school. And there are some actions, and I've asked Benji to help us show what they are. So can you stand up, Benji? So the chorus says, "You know me," and what do we do for "you know me"?
Know me.
Know me, and you point at your head like this, so you know me. It's all about how God knows us. He knew us before we were even born. He knows every detail of our lives now. What's next after "you know me"? You love me. Here's what we do for "you love me."
Love me.
So we never have to fear. We've got God with us. He loves us so much. He's with us, he's for us, and he's powerful. So you know me, you love me, you fill me. What do we do for fill me? Fill me. So we're not doing this on our own. We're not going back to school or making disciples just out of our own strength. We're filled with what's inside us? The Holy Spirit. We've got the Holy Spirit inside us. He doesn't want us to keep it for ourselves. He doesn't want us stuck at home, just knowing God's love and being filled with the Holy Spirit. So what's the final bit? You're already there? Send me. We can't really do the send me on the stairs. Paul and Rayma are going to help us with this song.
I'll shine from the inside out, that the world can see you live in me. I'll shine from the inside out, that the world can see you live in me. Know me, you love me, to fill me, to send me, to know me. You love me, you fill me, yes, to send me to shine from the inside out, that the world can see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, so the world can see you live in me. You know me, you love me, so fill me, to send me. You love me, you feel And love me, fill me, send me. And love me, fill me, send me. A little bit faster. Love me, fill me, send me. Love me, fill me, send me. Love me, fill me, send me. And love me, fill me, send me. Love me, fill me, send me.
Even faster.
Love me, fill me, send me. 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 Shine from the inside out, that the world can see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world can see you live in me.
Wow, thanks so much, guys, for helping us with that. I wanted to read a Bible story today, and today we're going to go from the Jesus Storybook Bible. So it's from, you can find this if you're looking in a normal Bible in Matthew 18 or 19, Mark 10 or Luke 18. Jesus' friends were arguing. Who was the most important helper in God's kingdom, they wanted to know. I am, James said. No, you're not, said Peter. I am. Nonsense, Matthew said. I'm the cleverest. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, no, am too. The silliness went on and on like that for some time. You see, Jesus' friends had started thinking they had to do something to make themselves special to Jesus. That if they were the cleverest or the nicest or something, that Jesus would like them best. But they had forgotten something God had been teaching his people all through the years. That no matter how clever you are, or how good you are, or how rich you are, or how nice you are, or how important you are, none of it makes any difference. Because God's love is a gift. And as anyone will tell you, the whole thing about a gift is it's free. All you have to do is reach out your hands and take it. So while Jesus' friends were arguing, some people who knew all about getting gifts, in fact, you might say they were gift experts, had come to see Jesus. Who were they? They were children, like you guys. Jesus' helpers tried to send them away. Jesus doesn't have time for you, they said. He's too tired. But they were wrong. Jesus always had time for children. Don't ever send them away, Jesus said. Bring the children to me. Now, if you had been there, what do you think? Would you have had to line up quietly to see Jesus? Do you think Jesus would have asked you how good you'd been before giving you a hug? Do you think you'd have to have been on your best behaviour and get dressed up and not speak until you're spoken to? No. Would you have done just what these children did? Run straight up to Jesus, let him pick you up in his arms, swing you round, kiss you and hug you, and then sit you on his lap and listen to your stories and your chats? You see, children love Jesus, and they knew that they didn't need to do anything special for Jesus to love them too. All they needed to do was to run into his arms, and so that's just what they did. Well, after all the laughing and games, Jesus turned to his helpers and said, no matter how big you grow, never grow up so much that you lose your child's heart, full of trust in God. Be like these children. They are the most important in my kingdom. I just wanted to remind you that whether you are 3 or 7 or 9 or 17, that Jesus always has time for you. He loves you. He knows you. He sent his Holy Spirit to fill you. And when you're out at school or at college or at wherever you go during the day, the childminder, nursery, whatever, God is with you. He loves you, and you don't have to get yourself all sorted and stand neatly and nicely to talk to him. When you're in the playground, when you're in the toilets, when you're in your lessons, chat to God. Tell him everything. Tell him the annoying things. Tell him the frustrating things. Tell him the things you're loving. Tell him the things you're hating. He's there with you and he's got time for you. So we're just going to do some chatting to God, telling him about some of those things that are going on, and some catching as well. So just hearing what he has to say back. Now remember, God can pop a picture in your mind. He can give you a thought, a feeling, a word, idea. It's not just a big loud voice like your mum or dad shouting at you that you can hear. I'm going to ask Matt to have a bit of music. We don't need that to chat to God. There won't be any music in your school toilets, but might just help us concentrate now. So yeah, if you've got a little one, snuggle them close. Everyone else, just find your own space. And I would love you to tell God what you are most excited about tomorrow, or for going back to school if you've already gone, or if you're going. So just tell God. Don't need to tell the other people who are with you. You can tell them later. This is just between you and God. But when you've done that, if there's anything you're a bit worried about, you're feeling a bit anxious, a bit unsure, tell God that too. Say, hey God, this is a thing I'm a bit worried about. Right, let's not just talk at him, let's listen as well. And when I say listen, not just with your ears, with your whole body, okay? You might drop a picture in your mind, you might have a feeling. I'd like you to ask God for something to remind you of. God, is there something you want me to know or something to remind me of? Just see, it might remind you of a Bible verse or a friend. It might give you a feeling, maybe being known or loved. Don't want to give you too many ideas because I want to give you space to hear from God for yourself. Now God sends us his Holy Spirit and his power, not just for ourselves, but to help other people and to make disciples. So I'd like you to ask God now, is there anyone that you'd especially like me to look out for? And just wait, close your eyes. See if he gives you, he might give you someone's face or their name, might be someone you already know or not yet. God, is there anyone you want me to look out for? Fabulous. And then just to end, why don't you just tell God how you're feeling about going back to school or wherever you're going? You could show him with your face. So again, if you've got a younger one, why don't you encourage them just to show him? Teenagers, older kids, just tell him how you're feeling about it. Good, bad, indifferent, not sure. Tell him what's going on. Okay, and I'm just going to pray over you from that song. So it said, God, you know me. What was know me on your head? You love me. You feel me. So send me. So Father, I want to pray for every child and young person who has just returned to school or is going back to that or some kind of routine. Holy Spirit, would you help them to really know deep down that they are known and loved by you? Would you fill them with your Holy Spirit? And would you send them out to make disciples for you? Would more people come to know Jesus because of the things that they say and do? Would you give them amazing power and strength to show your kindness to the people around them, to love them well? Do you want to just end or just sing that? Know me, love me, fill me, send me. So join in with this. Even if you don't know the song, you probably picked it up from earlier. We'll just sing those 4 lines together. And I really want you to let it sink down deep. We're going to dance, are we? Okay.
Yeah, you know me, love me, so feel me, send me.
Again, one more time.
Love me, so feel me, send me to
Fantastic. And if you can't remember anything else from today, maybe get those things in your brain. Know me, you love me, you feel me, so send me. Just ask Jesus to remind you of those as you're in school. Fantastic. It has been great being with you this morning, guys. I do have a little challenge for you if you're up for it. I'd love you to pray for each other going back to school, wherever you're going. And maybe you can make a little bag tag, just snip the sides off some cardboard and do a little hole. Tie it on your school bag. You don't have to leave it there. Teenagers, I know that's super embarrassing. You can snip it off tomorrow and put it by your bedside. But maybe you could write a prayer or an encouragement for each other. We've got a memory verse this week, which is 1 Peter 5:7. Cast your cares onto him, for he cares for you. It just means tell God all the stuff. He wants to know, and he's with you. It doesn't matter about the order. You can ask God to send you and to love you, whatever. So do that. We've got some discussion questions, and I've also recommended, particularly for the young people, if you're feeling a bit anxious or kind of upper primary, there's some brilliant resources from Youth for Christ that I wanted to recommend. But back to our host now and on to the rest of the service. Bye.
Bye.
Hey YouTube, thanks so much for checking us out today. Here are 3 ways you can take a next step with us.
1, find out more about who Jesus is.
2, connecting with our community online.
And 3, help continue our mission by supporting us through giving. All you need to do is click on the link in the description.
We hope you're enjoying all our content, and if you want more, hit that subscribe button.